Good to go?
Which one's Connell?
There.
Okay.
All right, welcome back everybody to the Lexus Velodrome in downtown Detroit. This is our Tuesday night workout. We just did our warm-up, sort of our warm-up. We do a roll-up as our warm-up. So we did, we did 80 laps of the blue line at Temple Place, 2-lap pulls. Went down to the black line with 10 to go, 1-lap pulls. Each rider picking up the tempo till we're down to 2 laps to go. That rider stays in the front, then everyone goes up and over, sprints for the finish. After that, we just did our effort that we call Jump the Gap, where we have half the riders on each side of the track. At the whistle, the rider goes off the front, chases that gap, closes it down, hops on the other side. We just did 6 efforts of those. A couple of our riders did full lap efforts. And now we're going to get into some of our training techniques, some of the stuff we do here at the Lexus Velodrome to help teach everyone to get more comfortable on the track, but really in the long run is to get everybody into doing Madison work. We feel that doing Madison's not only is the best race on the track, the most fun and most exciting race to watch and to be in, but also by learning the Madison, it's going to teach you the most on how to control your bike, how to ride safely on the track, how to ride safely with others, not only at our track, which is a 50-degree banking, 15 degrees in the straightaway, so and 166 meters, so 1/10 of a mile, very short, steep track. Or if you're going to go to Teton, you're going to go to San Diego, you're going to go anywhere else in the world, you're going to go to LA, you want to go over to Europe and race. We're trying to make sure our riders can fit on any track comfortably. So this first drill we're going to do is called Follow the Leader. Now, everyone here has all done Follow the Leader before. What the basis behind this is basically to ride all over the track. We're going to show how to shift your body weight, how to use your shoulders, use your hips to control yourself to go up and down the track. So basically the way it's going to start is we're going to have a rider out front. I'm going to go up the front. Everyone's going to stay at 2 bike length gap. The 2 bike length gap is not only so it gives room for air, but also it forces you to learn how to use your pedals so you can maintain that distance, so you can get control of the bike at that point. We're going to ride a 2 bike length gap. We're going to go up the track in the straightaways, back down the track, up and down the track. Then we're going to start doing it in the turns. You're going to see it. We're going to go way up high in the turns. We're going to cut all the way down to the black line, back up. We're going to ride pretty much every inch of the track. Now the big thing that we teach here at the Lexus Velodrome is our technique for going through the turns. So if you think about it, there's 2 ways you're going to fall from our track. You're either going to slip, which does happen, but it's not as likely to happen. That only happens when you're going real slow. The majority of the time what happens is you're going to clip a pedal and your tire is going to slide out. The reason that happens, the track is angled at 50 degrees. We have a 50-degree sharp banking. You want to ride as perpendicular to the track as possible. You want your tires to be perpendicular to the track. Once you start going slower, your bike starts to lean upwards. When your bike leans upwards, that's when you clip the pedal. So the technique that we try to teach everyone, while we're riding, you're riding over the front of your bike like this. When you're going through the turns, we want you to push your bike down. So you're going to shift the bike with your hips, your shoulders are going to come over, you're going to push the bike down. I want your nose to line up with the drop of your bar. So you're pushing that bike down while you pedal. That's going to help keep that bike perpendicular to the track surface. That's what's going to allow us to go a lot slower. So as we go up the track, we're going to shift our weight, our shoulders, going to go up the track, then we're going to shift our weight back down, and as we get to the spot where we're stopping and we're going to go through the turn, we're pushing the bike back down. There's no turning. We're not turning like this. It's all with your body weight. Everything's all very smooth, small movements. After we do Follow the Leader, we're going to come back in. We're going to talk about it for just a second. We're going to do another drill called the waterline drill. Then we're going to check on our time and do some possible one-handed drill stuff. For sure do a scratch race or a chase race as we call them. And then the filming will be done for the night and we'll go back to the rest of the workout. Any questions? All right, let's get on our bikes. Let's roll around in the infield together and we're going to roll right up on the track and start this next drill. All right, everybody on their bikes, let's go. Roll around on my wheel. Let's go. Let's go, riders. Stop talking on your bikes. It's time to ride. You talk after the workout's done. You too, to John. Let's go, everybody on my wheel. Yeah, about 2 bike lengths. Let's go. All right. 2 bike length gap. Follow that rider in front of you. In the drops. We're going to take it up to the blue. Move that body weight. Push the bike down. Up to the blue. Back down to the black. All the way up. Shift your body weight. Push the bike down. Keeping those wheels perpendicular with the track. Up and down. I'll take it all the way to the top of the straight. Pushing that bike down as we get to the black line. See you, Jimmy. Back to the black. All right, now we're going to start going up in the turns. Shift that body weight up to the blue. Back down to the black. Up to the blue. Down to the black. A little bit above the blue. Pedal up the hill. Back to the black. All the way up. All the way. Now to the blue line. Start dropping in the turns. Push the bike down to the black. Back up. Down to the black. Back up. Cut those corners. Remember, where you look is where you're going. Down to the black line. And all the way back up. Let's cut this one tight. Remember to push that bike down. Top of the 50 degrees. Head down to the block. All right, into the infield. Let's go, real short break. We're getting right back up there. Around the stage. Let's go. Stay on your bikes. Let's go, everybody over here.
There we are.
All right, you guys got the feel for it? Remember how to ride the track? All right, so that's important for just knowing where to ride, how to ride safely in a big group, but also for the Madison. The reason it's gonna help a lot during the Madison is it's gonna allow you to be confident going through those turns, pushing that bike down. You know, and that's not only something you can use on the track, you can use it on the road. When you're going through a turn in a crit or just out on a road ride, whatever, you know, let's say you're in a big crit race. You're cutting through that turn, all the guys in front of your coast, and I know you guys have all done it, you've seen it, that gap opens up, and you gotta get out of the saddle, you gotta chase that gap down. What you can do in a crit race, you know, you gotta coast because you're gonna clip a pedal, right? Not if you push the bike over. You can push that bike over and use your body weight to help you turn through that, to go through that turn, and you can continue pedaling so you don't get that slingshot, that rubber band effect. You can stay right on the wheel in front of you instead of having to jump out of every single turn. It helps a lot in crits because what crits have is a lot of turns. Everybody feel confident doing that? Feeling good out there, Connell? Good? Donnell? DeJohn? Good? All right. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is the waterline drill. This drill, again, helpful to know how to ride slow on the track, but it's gonna be really helpful when we do the Madison. This is what you're gonna wanna do on recovery. The goal of the waterline drill is basically we're trying to keep an even line all the way around the track. So in the turns where you can't go slower up high, you dip down a little bit just below the blue line. In the straightaways, you're gonna go up high all the way almost to the rail. We're gonna circle off the track the opposite way. So we're gonna go high in the straightaways, lower in the turns. That way it's gonna allow you to go as slow as possible for your partner to catch up with you. Craig, you wanna demonstrate real quick? You hop up there and show them how to do it? You wanna do it? All right, DeJohn, get up there. Never mind, Craig. Too slow. All right, move it, DeJohn. DeJohn Parks always wanted to get on the track, always up there. All right, so you're gonna see him, he's gonna get up to speed here. So here we go, up. He's gonna ride up high in the straightaways. We're gonna ride up high. Now as it gets steeper, he's gonna push that bike down. He's gonna start dipping down a little bit lower. If you gotta go a little bit below the blue line, that's all right. If you have to go below the stayers line, but don't go too far. Now up again in the straightaways, real high. Now it starts dipping down. Another thing you can do while you're practicing this is glancing back. Looking back like you're looking for a partner. You always wanna be checking to know where everyone else is at. So right now, push that bike down. You see him pushing that bike, going through that turn as slow as you can. Now going into the straightaway, you can let off the pedals, slow down, and then you start pedaling, putting pedal pressure on, going through for the first 3/4 of the turn. Now you kind of let off that pedal pressure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get up. I want a big gap between everybody. We're gonna do this same drill. We're gonna do a few laps of that. And then we're gonna come in. You guys can grab some quick water, and then we're gonna get up to the rail for a scratch race. All right? So let's get up on the track. Let's do this. Let's go on the track. Pushing that bike down in the turns. Going up high in the straightaways. Leave room. Don't go too slow. Spread it out. Remember, the slower you can go, the more your teammate will like you. What's that? Well, then I think you got to go even slower then, because that means they're dying. Your teammate can't catch you. Yeah. Or it can be for timing out laps, for sprints. Pushing that bike way down. You take a glance back at that turn. All the way up in the straightaways, slowing it down and picking it back up in the turn. All right, everybody down and then up to the rail. Off the track, then up to the rail. Onto the apron and up to the rail. First race of the 2020 season, is it? First race since the pandemic this Saturday night here in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. I'll call once we get up there. Everybody to the rail. All right, I just got to find the microphone. To the rail. Check. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 riders in this race. All right, riders. Remember, we will have a race this Saturday night, so I expect to see a lot of you here. will be mostly sprints and Karens. In a couple weeks, we'll be back with our first Saturday Night Rumble. And then we're going to have our first 2-day race after that. Bunch of riders coming into town. All right, you guys, this is going to be a 25 lap scratch race. 25 laps. Remember, this is a training race, so I want everyone to keep their eyes up, no overlapping wheels. Make sure you're shoulder checking before you pull off of the track, or excuse me, pull up the track. Remember, it's training race, it really doesn't mean anything. This is all about getting faster. Try a move that maybe you wouldn't do. Try something that you want to try in a race but you're scared to, where there's people actually watching or money on the line. So we're going to roll off. It's going to be 25 to go. The reason we're doing a scratch race is because it's going to simulate the closest thing to a Madison without doing Madison slings. Give it a little bit of endurance, but still a lot of speed. Any questions from any of you riders? If you guys are all together on the next lap, that'll be 25 to go. Riders ready? Let's roll. Let's go, get it together, get it together. Everybody together. Not yet, not yet. Next lap, next lap. All right, here we go. 25 to go, 25 laps to go. On the front, Tom DiGiulio setting that pace. Matt Redfield tight on his wheel. They got a small gap. Connell Alfred's there closing it down, along with Brendan Leary. Derek Savage sitting in 4th, Antonio in 5th, Mike Hartrick in 6th, Craig in 7th, DeJohn 8th. Cody Cook in the middle of the field as Connell Alfred takes over. Oh, 23 to go, my bad. Brendan Leary hanging on the back of the pack. In the drops, Brendan, in the drops. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. And Savage takes over that front position. Brendan Leary jumping in. On to Avalon Leary's wheel. Avalon holding on there as Connell Alfred pulls in. Now DiGiulio and Redfield trying to close that gap. DiGiulio looks over his 21 to go, 21 to go, 21 to go, riders. Eyes up, eyes up. Down the front's Craig Vittori, but here goes Cody Cook. Cody Cook beefing it over the top. He's going to see 20 to go at the line. He's going to want to lap the field. Craig Vittori chasing him down. Brendan Leary goes to pull up, so does Avalon. Now DiGiulio's got to chase hard. Cody Cook pulling off the front. Craig Vittori to John Parks, working, trying to chase him down. Brendan Leary trying to go over the top of Brendan Leary. Goes Donnell Anderson. Whoa, hold that line, racers. Connell Alfred chasing him down too. Tom, sit up and jump back in. Sit at the blue line, recover and jump back in. Avalon, sit at the blue line, jump back in. And they're really picking up the pace now on the front still. Cody Cook. Cody Cook checks his shoulder. He sees Craig Vittori to John Parks. And look at Connell Alfred. Connell Alfred closing down that gap. 17 to go. 17 to go. Brendan Leary trying to close down that gap. So is the John Parks. Matt Redfield trying to come over the top of Donnell Anderson. Donnell, Mike Hartrick at the back of the pack as Craig Vittori leading the group. I keep messing up the laps, so we're going to say 17. Eyes up, eyes up. Hold your line. You got a shoulder check, Brendan. You got a shoulder check. Stick, Tom. We got 4 riders off the front, 4 riders off the front. Craig Vittori, DeJohn Parks, Cody Cook, Connell Alfred. 15 to go at the line, 15 to go at the line. Donnell Anderson hopping in with this group of 4. Trying to close down that gap. Matt Redfield, you got to go now, Redfield. Let's chase him down, Hartrick. Now Craig Vittori going out the front with 14 to go, 14 to go. Avalon Leary trying to jump on the group of the leaders as Craig Vittori's opening up a gap on Connell Alfred. Alfred closing on that gap. 13 at the line, 13 at the line, 13 at the line. Chasing him down. Tom DiGiulio trying to get up there. Now Michael Hartrick, Derek Savage, and Matt Redfield trying to close down that gap. Let's go, Antonio. Get on that wheel. Still on the front. Craig Vittori. Vittori setting that tempo. He shoulder checks, moves up the track. Now Connell Alfred at the front of the pack. In the drops, Padraig. Cody Cook sits up. Now Evelyn Leary on the front. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Now Vittori back to the front of the pack. They're sitting up, racers, they're sitting up. Let's go, get up there, Derek. Let's go, Redfield, they're sitting up. You can get them now. All the way, Hartrick. Craig Vittori on the front. 11 to go, 11 to go. On that wheel, on that wheel. Craig Vittori setting that tempo pace at the front of the pack. 10 to go, 1 mile to go. Can Matt Redfield close down that gap? Now's the time to go, Matt. The junior Matt Redfield trying to close it down. It looks like they're sitting up. 9 laps to go as Craig Vittori's leading them out. DeJulio hopping on that wheel. Connell Alford in second. Cody Cook in third. DeJohn Parks in fourth. Brendan Leary in fifth. Matt Redfield, can he get up there? Redfield chasing hard. All the way, Redfield, get up there. Once you get on that wheel, you got some recovery. Matt Redfield with a big push all the way. Go, go, go. Up and over Tom. And still on the front, Craig Vittori. Hartrick and Savage are chasing. Can they get up there? Matt Redfield made a big jump. We got 7 to go. 7 to go. Stay on that wheel. Hartrick and Savage, let's go all the way. 6 at the line. 6 at the line. Eyes up. DeJohn Parks now pulling through. Brennan Leary on the front. 6 to go. 6 to go. Lapped riders stay above the blue. Lapped riders stay above the blue. Eyes up, riders. Here we go. 5 to go. 5 to go. All the way to the finish. Cody Cook now is out of the saddle. Cook picking it up. Chase him down to John Parks. Brendan Leary tight on his wheel. Make sure you're shoulder checking, riders. Make sure you're shoulder checking. All the way, Hartrick. All the way, Savage. Push it, push it, push it. 3 to go. 3 to go. Now Brendan Leary to the front of the pack. Hold your line, Leary. Hold your line. Connell Alford ramping it up, and here comes to John Parks. They're going to see 2 to go. 2 to go. Patrick, stay up high. Lapped riders above the blue if you're lapped above the blue. Lapped riders above the blue. Here we go. 1 to go. 1 to go. Connell Alford trying to pull it off. Can the John Parks come over the top? It's going to be close. These 2 juniors are going for it. And at the line, it's going to be Connell Alford, the John Parks, Brendan Leary, Craig Vittori, Antonio, Matt Redfield. Good effort. Good effort by Cody Cook. Nice racing, everybody. And that is another Tuesday night workout. We're not done training here. That's a little bit of what we do. What we're going to live stream tonight. We're going to be back here on Thursday night here from downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. I'm John Hughes. Alex Burnside on the cameras. Bunch of riders. Have a great night, you guys. We'll see you on Thursday. All right, riders. Take a break. We still got some more to go.
Nice.
Time-wise, almost perfect, too.
Yeah, that was good. Nicely done. Yep.